the street in my Triton. 5 p.m. and my load I need to lighten. Pulling to the bar load to grab a cheeky beer. All of a sudden I'm gripped by fear. I've got my kids in the car. Oh, I've got my kids in the car. Oh, on the freeway, doing 110. The Subaru changes lanes, cuts me off again. I go to roll down the window, give him the finger and scream on your fuckhead. But I got my kids in the car. Oh, I've got my kids in the car. Oh, radio's on and I'm feeling that beat. Gangster rap drops with the R-rated heat. Fuck this, fuck that, N-words and hoes. And that's when I realize what I've just exposed to the kids in the car. Oh shit, I've got my kids in the car. Oh, backseat's quiet, then I hear a scream.
Oh, Dad, he's biting me!
She hit me first, he's got my ball. They're like wild animals, one of them's a cannibal. Kids in the car. Oh, I've got my kids in the car. Oh, I'm at a red light, no emotion. The noise in the back is causing emotion. I'm pissed off, annoyed, can't let it show. If I just kicked them out here, would anyone know? There'd be no kids in the car. Can't handle kids in the car. Oh, losing my mind, but these kids are mental. The urge to scream, shut the fuck up, it's not incidental. How could 3 tiny people make this much noise? I've been in quieter strip clubs, out pissed with the boys. That's it, I've lost it, end of my rope. Can't take it anymore, I've lost all hope. Fuck this, you kids, I am so fucking done. I turn the corner, slam on the brakes. Thank Christ, you're staying with your mum.
Juice! Box! King! Stay hydrated. Debates getting heated, tensions on the rise. Nico's feeling parched, panic in his eyes. Words start slipping, claims going south. Only one solution, juice box in his mouth. Sip, gulp, chug it down. Brain in a spiral, can't rebound. Straw locked in, lips engaged. Facts too dry, juice cascades. Juice box king, hydration's key. When logic runs dry, grab vitamin C. Juice box king, sipping on the go. No rebuttals, just that citrus flow. Moon's too bright, it's a government scheme. NASA beams images, sure in a dream. But wait, his throat gets dry as a bone. Time for the juice, gotta chug it alone. Sip, gulp, chug it down. Debates in flames, can't be found. Straw locked in, mind disengaged. When the truth hits, juice rampage. Juice box king, hydration's key. When logic runs dry, grab vitamin C. Juice box king, sipping on the go. No rebuttals, just that citrus flow. Juice to the left, sip. Juice to the right, Nico in trouble, straw takes flight. Refill that box, stay in the fight. When the facts are too dry and your points don't land, there's always a juice box right there in your hand. Sip away, don't be shy. Just don't choke when the truth rolls by. Juice box king!
If you work in an office, you know it is a strange place. You can't say what you really want to say to people's face. And replying to work emails is a huge pain in the arse. But here's some tips you can use to be shitty with some class. Let's address these pain points, means mate, this thing is fucked. We'll circle back around means nah, you're shit out of luck. I just wanted to follow up on this. You're ignoring me, don't take the piss. Let's take this offline means let's not talk in front of Daryl. As per my last email, listen shithead, I've told you twice already. As per my last email, back off or I'll tell the office you're shagging Eddie. I have competing priorities, that is not my job. I don't have capacity, Still, it's not my job. Delegating, giving it to Bob. Why? Surprise, it's not my job. This might be out of scope for realizees. It's not my fucking job. I'm sorry to bother you and not sorry, we both know it. Can we push this back? It isn't done and I can't show it. Please find the attached. I definitely haven't attached the file. It was good to see you, your face on Zoom calls makes me taste vile. As per my last email, are you deaf or blind or just plain stupid? As per my last email, an abattoir is where you're better suited. Need a better gig there. I can't tell you to eat a dick or how I'm sick of all your shit. So always end your emails with warm regards. As per my last email, listen shithead, I've told you twice already. As per my last email, back off or I'll tell the office you're shagging Eddie. I can't tell you to eat a dick or how I'm sick of all your shit. So always end your emails with warm regards.
Let's freaking go!
Oh yeah! Welcome to the Buckatorium, everybody. I am your old mate DP, and this is Hey, it's Sunday. I'm gonna get sued. It's gonna be awesome. Welcome to the stream. We've all been hanging out over with DC Dano himself, unfornicated, having a lovely time, getting all edumacated and doing all the things over there. It turned into a bit of a shit show, but it was fun as hell. And yeah, I enjoyed it. So, meh, who cares? Anyway, we have absolutely no plan for this stream. Well, that's not true. There's a couple of things that I do want to cover, and we'll cover them because that's how covering things works. But we're going to get over to the chat, and I'll say hi to everybody, even though most of you have been hanging out with for about fucking 8 hours today between FTFE's stream this morning, my time, and then hanging out with Unfornicated. I hope you were all there checking it out. Let's say hi to everybody. We'll do the run of the board. If you're not here, raise your hand. Okay, thank you. We've had or have Copium Emporium, Armageddon's Fire, Lindsay, Bo, Big Fish, Illusion, of course, Foxworth Herman, The Real Cygnus, Monkey Cat, Pat, Canadian Space Advocate, advocating for Canadian space, as you should, Conspiracy Music Studios, right up there, or up there, fucking unflipped camera. Go subscribe to Conspiracy Music Studios. Do that right now. I'll wait. All right, I've had long enough. CK, hi CK, actually caught a stream, and good night, because I'm sure you're unconscious already. What else we got? Ivy Rose is here, almost passed out, so probably passed out by now. Lovely stuff. Unfornicated's got to walk the dog, not a euphemism. Michaela, who's annoyed with the DVD logo, you're welcome. Icy Spin, who says the bongos fuck, they absolutely do. That's meant to be Wits at the Platypus playing the bongos on Nathan Oakley's stupid fat head. Bruce Wolford is here from the west coast of Tasmania. Don't confuse it with the east coast. They're very different places. Laurie Letiaho is here. Apologies for the pronunciation. I suck. Coco Rose, of course. And I think that covers everybody. Good Lord. Right. So, bit of housekeeping. We have updated the Zoo Crew logo. No, again, flippy dude up there. Boom. Zoo Crew logo. That was updated last time, I think. But anyway, just a reminder. Boom. There you go. Conspiracy Music Studios. Fucking did it again. Up there. Needs a subscription. And Unforticated over here. Getting close, I believe, to 200. Let's just check that shit out and see how we're going. I should know because I've been sitting in the stream all day. And Unfortnite. That's not what I'm after. Unfornicated YouTube. You know what I'm looking for. I'm there all the time. I've hit the enter key. Come on. Do the thing. Okay. 183 subscribers. Oh, we are getting close. It's probing time 666. Nathan Oakley's Adi is here. Beautiful stuff. Good to see you. Love your work. Yeah, so Conspiracy Music Shares, Unforticated, both need subby dubs, 3 men in some tubs. And the big thing I want to cover, that's not what I want to do. I've clicked the wrong thing. Beautiful stuff. And we'll cover this in just a moment. I need to zoom in and to make everything big and beautiful and gorgeous. Yep, fine. Privacy, sure. I trust you, whoever you are, internet. Awesome stuff. Where is here? Or wherever you need it to be. First of all, we need to check in. Is everybody present and correct? No, my things are broken. Oh, you dirty mother.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you may be. CC here, Chris from New York, Westchester County.
Thanks, CC. CC, I want to invite you up to have a chat because it's been a little while. Are you right to come on up?
It's a fucking phone call. God damn it.
Got a phone call. Sorry, guys. I'm trying. We will absolutely get there. So what I want to do is tell you a bit of a story. Now, I don't know if you lot are aware, but late last year, there was a little expedition or a little trip that took place where some human beings, real life human beings, braved the dangers of the ice wall and the armed penguin militia, broke countless laws, according to flat earthers, and ventured forth into the unknown of Antarctica. I am, of course, referring to the first expedition. That's what dipshit Witsit calls it. But it was called the Final Experiment, thanks to, at least in part, mostly, to Will Duffy. And Will had offered to pay for one flat earther and one globe earther to travel to Antarctica to see whether or not there was, in fact, a 24-hour sun. Now, the selected glober was Dave McKeegan, who is a monster and is yet to account for his whereabouts between the 21st and the 24th of June 2024. That's neither here nor there. The selected flatty was, I think we had like Eric Dubay and Dearth first of all, and they went, we aren't going to test our beliefs. That's bullshit. We've got money to leech off some rubes. So they said no. And Jaron Campanella put his hand up and said, fuck it. If these pussies won't go, I will. Fuck those assholes. But he did want to take Austin Whitsitt with him. He didn't want to be the only flatty to go. So Will forked out for himself and McKeegan and Jaron and Whitsitt to go to Antarctica. But I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, wait, DP, that's not all the people who went. No, it was not. So Lisbeth went as well as another flat earther, which was funded by somebody who wasn't Will Duffy after getting fucked over in the golden ticket promotion. Thanks, DJ New Moon. You are categorically and empirically a piece of shit. And Jonathan Morandi was a late addition to the expedition crew, went as a filmmaker, which was very cool, also a flat earther. Then we had Mark Herman, who was the director for Candace Owens. She'd shown an interest, so he went along as a glober. MC Toon stuck his hand up to go, and so did one of my countrymen, Critical Think. Now, everybody else who went, besides the 3 people that Will Duffy paid for, needed to figure out how they were going to do that off their own bat. So MC Toon had some fundraising happening. Elizabeth, of course, with the golden ticket thing, had her expenses covered. Mark Herman, I'm not sure, pretty sure Jonathan Morandi paid his own way. And Critical Think also paid his own way. And before we get too much further, we've had some super chats come in, which is awesome. Round of applause for super chats, everybody. Oh my God. So CK, who's actually here for a stream, and I'm very excited, says Jack Feder told me to send this and say, fuck you. Thank you, CK, and thank you, Jack Feder. Icy Spin has been a debunker for the last 3 months, which is amazing. Every month that you've been able to be a debunker, Icy Spin has been one. So there you go. I hear it could be sexually transmitted, but only one way to find out. So you need to go and, get a piece of ass, Icy Spin. CK again for $1.99. Coco, Icy Monkey, and myself all love you. Aw, thank you very much. And then Monkey Cat Pat Pat says, DP sucks. Why are you all even here? Go away. And you are 100% right. Big Fish also says, Whitsitt the Platypus, world's most expensive hand luggage. And that is correct. You know who wasn't hand luggage? This bloke. Critical Think paid out of his own pocket in Australian dollars, which is about 3.2% of whatever the US dollars were at most of the time, paid out of his own pocket to go and has had a fundraiser running ever since to try and cover that shit. Now, MC Toon's trip was covered. He paid a bunch out of his own pocket, but all of us came together as a community, threw some coins his way through super chats and other support and PayPals and everything else while he had a fundraising campaign going and covered all of that shit, which was fine. Critical Think has done it the other way around. So he paid for it all himself in one go and figured, I might make it back afterwards. We'll see what happens. And that hasn't happened yet. And we'll get to the next bit in a second. Conspiracy Music Studios has dropped €5, which is worth even more than United States dollars, which is crazy. And he says, yeah, fuck everybody. Truer words were never spoken. Anyway, we're talking about Critical Think. And thank you all for your super chats. They're greatly appreciated. Never, ever, ever necessary or expected or required, but they are greatly appreciated. And just so you know, everybody for $2, Monkey Cat Pat Pat says, I hate you all. So, yeah. Good to know, Monkey. We love you too. Let's get over here and have a look. My screen's going to be way too white and I'm going to be all pasty and gross. Welcome along, Steve's creepy van. This is Critical Think's final experiment fundraiser. Yes, it is. If you've been hanging around the Debunkatorium for a little while, you will know we jumped on board with the fundraiser for Melodome to get his Hydrogen Alpha telescope, which he now has. And there's an unboxing video up. I made a community post about it. You can go and check that out. Oh my God, he was so happy. He was like a kid on Christmas morning, and it was beautiful to watch. So thank you to everybody who has helped out with that. Very much looking forward to all the content Megalodon can now produce with a hydrogen alpha telescope, which is kick ass. It's going to be awesome. But Critical Think went down to Antarctica and did all of the things, did actual science and actual experiments proving, well, not proving, but providing substantial evidence supporting the case for the Earth being what it is, which is a globe or an oblate spheroid, roughly spherical, which was fantastic. But you can see here, CT spent 60 grand to get to Antarctica. That's all the flights to and from Chile, the expenses of ALE, Antarctic Logistics and Expeditions, or whatever the hell they're called, all the stuff that they need to do, all the cold weather gear and everything else, the baggage and all that shit, all out of his own pocket. Yeah, so the fundraiser has already raised almost $25,000, which is phenomenal from this community. So another round of applause for that. It is awesome. However, there is a ways to go, about or just over 35 grand remaining to make sure that old mate Critical Think is not left holding the bag. And I want to help out. I really do. I haven't had a shit ton of interaction with Critical Think. I think one super chat in Mike's stream when he was talking to CT, asking a question of when he was going to visit God's country here in South Australia. And he was very non-committal, which was disappointing. But he's up in Brisbane, and I lived in Brisbane for a while. Let's just read through what Critical Think's got to say for himself. What's his story? He says, Hi CT. I'm known as Critical Think on my YouTube channel and on mine, apparently, because I keep calling you Critical Think. Recently, Will Duffy proposed a final experiment to settle the argument about the shape of the Earth. There's a trip to Antarctica for both sides to see whether the sun is visible for 24 hours or not. This is old news. It all happened. The sun is visible for 24 hours. Then this will prove, we don't like that word, CT, that the flat Earth proponents are mistaken. Oh, that's all right. Context matters. Of course they are. And I hope their participation is in good faith. Well, at least 2, maybe 3 of them were. One of them, which is the platypus, is a disingenuous, dishonest, lying piece of shit who can't tell time. We'll get to that in a minute. CT's been a flat Earth debunker for many years, focused on real-world measurements and observations. He has self-funded all these endeavors, but now that he's retired, this one is a little difficult to self-fund. Obviously, it's a shit ton of cash. He's traveled far and wide in the pursuit of globe evidence. He's flown over Antarctica, always wanted to go there someday. Spoiler, CT, you got to go, which was awesome. I would really love to be a part of this final experiment, and with your help, I can do this. You were, and it was epic. Thank you. So some of CT's notoriety in the debunking space consists of the famous red tube experiment, whereby a flat earther proposed an experiment to determine if the Earth was flat or globe. He performed the experiment with the expected result, a globe. He's also a leading world export. He is an export from Australia, but expert on measurements which correlate weight changes with latitude and high above mean sea level, which is way better than nice sea level. The furthest south he can get is 42 degrees, but the trip gave him the once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to add 80 degrees south to his considerable inventory of experimental measurements. Other things of value to the discussion of the shape of the Earth would be the flight that he took across the South Pacific, a flight that is impossible on a flat Earth, and various other experiments related to the unique location. Please remember, $100 US is about $150 AUD. That's Australian dollary dues. So keep that in mind if you're thinking in US dollars. Thank you in advance for your generous support of this exciting opportunity. And that's what I want to talk about. And that's what we'll be pimping out here in the Debunkatorium for the foreseeable future. We are going to help CT get that number right there to equal this number right freaking there is what we're going to do. Let's exit full screen and let's zoom in a bit more to try and clear some of this shit up. That's too big. There we go. Right. You can see that 60K goal, 25 grand raise. Incidentally, Witzer, when you have a fundraiser, if you put the amounts on, make shit heaps clearer. You didn't do that because you suck. I have the link handy to the fundraise page because I'm organized. Ha ha ha! And we're going to replace the pin post. Just give me 1 second. Critical Think Fundraiser. Burp, 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 burp. Kapow! Link now active in Le Chat. And we're going to replace the pin message. And that's going to live up the top of pretty much every stream until the world at large sorts out this situation, because I think it's an absolute travesty. Now, I'm not expecting all of you in the Debunktorium to pony you up with 35 grand right now, but by tomorrow we should be right. No, I'm taking the piss. So here's the plan. For those of you unaware, there is a DP Debunks store where you can buy all sorts of shitty things. No obligation to do so ever. But if you feel that way inclined to grab You're Not Stupid, Dearth is Stupid t-shirt, or one of the set of 4 Scotch glasses, for example, or a Wits at the Platypus backpack, or any of that, until CT has got his 60 grand, 100% of all profit made from the DP Debunk store is going to this fundraiser. It's not a lot. Somebody bought a thing recently, and the amount of profit made in the last 30 days on the DP Debunk store, I think, is sitting at $1.67. So there's that. But hey, every little bit helps. So anything at all that gets made through that store for the foreseeable future is going into this fundraiser. Furthermore, any income that gets made via YouTube, because we hit 1,000 subs, which is awesome. Thank you all. There's some sweet, sweet ad revenue coming in at like pennies on the hour or something like that. So also, all of the super chats and everything else that you like drop in that you absolutely don't have to, all of that comes in. They tally it up at the end of the month, and I get my NASA shield check, which is great. So I'm going to be taking at least 10% of whatever comes in from that every single month, and that's going to get thrown at this fundraiser as well. So out of the 240 donations so far, I haven't made any yet. Full disclosure, I might have made one. I don't think I have. I think it all went to the Melodome one. But there's going to be a shit ton from me, is the point. They're going to be regular. They're going to be scheduled. I might even try to do them on stream, as long as I can do so without doxing myself. But if not, they should all show up in the list of stuff. You'll be able to see DP Debunks in there as and when it happens. Now, I'm not making a fortune off YouTube, but that's absolutely fine. Anything that comes in is spensies and whatever else. It'll get reinvested into enhancing shit on the stream, go towards the PC upgrade, go towards new mic, lights, whatever else. Getting better editing software, the full version of Resolve would be lovely, and paying for all the subscriptions to shit that I have, like ChatGPT and Suno, LTX Studio, Descript, everything else that helps me create content. So there's all of that. But 10% of whatever comes in through the kindness and generosity of all of you showing you support, which is greatly appreciated and not at all undervalued, and from ad revenue and all that bullshit, is going to CT. And I will be reaching out over the next week or so to all of the other content creators to see if we can get on board with pimping this thing out. I know a bunch of people have their own stuff going on and their own lives to lead, so there's zero expectation from me for everyone to jump on board, but I hope they will, and to help promote CT's fundraiser, because I think we need more eyes on it. I think it is a really fucking cool thing to do. And since Dearth hasn't been forthcoming with his 3 or 6 or 800 Bitcoin that CT's absolutely fucking entitled to based on the work on his channel, you should absolutely go and subscribe and check that out. I think this is the least we can do as a community to back him up and let him know that we appreciate the work he's done in directly combating science denial. As Mikey Smith says, CT has been out there for years doing the work, actually taking measurements and doing his own shit, unlike people like, I don't know, Nathan Oakley. So I think it is a worthwhile cause, and I'm throwing my not at all substantial weight behind it. CK's asking with a super chat for $1.99. Thank you, CK. When do you start the DP GoFundMe to the US? The answer to that question, CK, is that I do not. That trip is happening out of my own pocket. So that is all on me. I don't need you lot to help. It's my own fault for raising the prospect of it and dobbing myself in. So I've got that. It's totally fine. And it'll work. It's not a problem at all. I'm just gonna have some DP juice. But look at him. Look how happy he was to be going. Our old mate, Critical Think. What a fucking legend. And yeah, I'm really, really happy to be jumping on this. I was looking for a new cause once we got done with Melodome, and this is it. This is it. And I want this sort of thing to be a big part of what we do here in the Debunkatorium. Any kind of platform that I have or anything else, this is what I want to do with it. It's awesome. I know 40K has been massive on raising some awareness with different things like the fucking wind talkers and stuff, which is awesome. I love that. Mike's doing his globe activism, which I know is mostly a piss take, but does have real world benefits as well over on the Drunk Debunk show. All about that. This is what I want to do, is get some eyeballs and everything else on this shit. So Critical Thing is going to be hanging out with us here in the Debunkatorium for a while. I fully intend to reach out to Critical Think so we can have a chat with him here in the Debunkatorium and bring some eyeballs to it. As I said, I'm going to reach out to other creators to see if we can get them involved. The other thing I want to do in terms of getting other creators involved, and this will take a little bit of doing and a little bit of scheduling, but once we hit 1,000 subs, people were saying, when are you going to do a membership drive or some sort of streamy type marathon? And my response to that is fucking never. Will the link be on your channel homepage description section? Yes, Bruce, I'm going to write that down. CT channel description. And while I'm derping out here, I'm going to add the link to the description, which I totally meant to do before we kicked off the stream. So bear with me, folks. I want to get that updated right quick and in a hurry. And we'll have the fundraiser link in here. Support the Critical Think fundraiser. Critical Think fundraiser! Exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark, because you can never, ever have too many. Boom. Save. Beautiful. And then while I'm here, and you lot can't see it, let's go to my channel. Customize channel. I gotta remember where to go to do this stuff. Where's the description? There. Beautiful. I'm just gonna put it up the top ahead of all my other dirt. No. Oh, shit. Takes me over the character limit. That ain't good. Oh, I can add it in the linky section. Ha. Awesome. Right. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Put that there. Is it spelled right? Yep. There we go. Cool. Because I can add it into the linky section. All right, cool. So if I go here and refresh and we go back to the viewing screen, we can check it out. So right here in the description, derp, boom. Critical Think Fundraiser, link right there in the channel description. And if we go here to the stream, we'll have some streamception. Go down here. If we go here, oh, that's going to echo. That's going to echo. Shut up. There we go. Support the Critical Think Fundraiser right there. There is a link. Beautiful stuff. And that will be standard operating procedure. Good shout, Bruce Wolford. Thank you very, very much for the lend of your brains. Love it. Is this text right side up for you? Don't lie. No. IC Spin. No, it is not. Make of that what you will. Beautiful stuff. What was I saying? Oh, charity stream. I just let the cat out of the bag. Fuck. So we're not going to do a membership drive or any of that bollocks where we've got to add time to the clock because I don't have the time or energy for that. I am an old man, but what I would like to do at some point is do a scheduled extended stream, maybe something like 12 hours, maybe even 24 hours, where we schedule it in, and the entire point of that stream or that event is as a fundraiser for Critical Think. It's probably going to be at least a month away before we do that due to work commitments and some other stuff that I've got going on, but I want a lot of lead time to get everything organized. It may be a case of we set up like shifts with different creators if we can get them on board to take an hour or 2 hours at a time to help out and jump in and get more eyes on the fundraiser itself. It may be that I do a majority of the shift work and kick it off with like 4 hours, do 4 hours in the middle, 4 hours at the end or something like that, because it's my idea. I feel like I should be doing the heavy lifting, but if I can get all of that scheduled in and get some of the other content creators, Dan, I'm fornicated, I'm dobbing you in now. You're on board. Don't even try to say no. Same with Drunk Punk Show. He's in bed right now. He's asleep, but he's going to do it, and we'll tell him about it later. It'll be awesome. I'll be probably building something to help support it, something where people can register interest in being involved in some way, whether it's to be a guest here in the Debunkatorium while we're streaming, if people want to take a segment or create some content or something that can be used to help fill in what is essentially a shit ton of time that needs to be filled, or if anyone like McKeegan, Toon, Will Duffy, maybe FDFE, anybody who wants to get on board, anybody from the Wolf Pack, everybody will be more than welcome to get on board and help out. I don't want to step on anybody's toes, and all of this needs to be run past CT first. He gets final say on whether or not this should be a thing. But that's the plan. And what I've just told you is literally as far as it's gone at this point. But I think it could be awesome and really help Critical Think out. And I really want to. So I've said a whole bunch of stuff. There you go. Steve's Creepy Vent, willing to help out. Love your work. Consider yourself on board, sir. Monkey Cat Pat Pat for 2 United States salary dues has said, shut up, Monkey Cat Pat Pat. Yeah, saves me doing it. Sweet. Thanks, Monkey. You guys are funny. Right. Fuck me, we've gone for 40 minutes already. And we've done like 2 things, which is crazy. Anyway, I'm very, 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 very excited about this. It's very cool and could be, it's a nice thing to do rather than just sitting around and talking derp and making fun of flatties and everything else, actually helping a fellow human. So, yeah, feel good about stuff. I hope you all do too. And just know that even if you can't go to the fundraiser and contribute monetarily, if you don't have spare cash to throw at it, that is completely understandable, and there is zero pressure to do so. I can't stress that enough. But what I want everybody to know is even just being here watching stuff, watching the videos, the YouTube shorts, hanging out in the stream and being active in the chat, all of that is going to directly help that fundraiser. Because again, I'll be contributing the YouTube revenue. I'll be contributing the profits from the store to do so. So yeah, just being here is going to help out, which is very, very cool. So all of you can be involved, even if it doesn't mean putting your hand in the pocket. Totally fine. Time's tough everywhere. Absolutely get that. So yeah, I think it's sick. CK says, in Oz, maps are wrong. You're on top, mate. Damn right I am. For $1.99 US. Jeez, you guys keep this up. We're going to knock over this fundraiser tonight. Which would be sick. Be absolutely awesome. But I'm kidding. 35 grand is a lot of money. It's basically a Tesla. So we need to buy CT a Tesla. Is the oh goodness. The upside down text is breaking my brain. Emma's here. Hi, Emma. Right. We need to do some other stuff because it's tradition, more or less. You know what? Let's not do the usual shit. Let's just not. Because Hey Hey It's Sunday is going to be a different thing. So here's the idea. Oh, let me just warm up a little bit. Let me just show off my epic Deadpool FC kit, the only one in existence. Just this one. That is it. Other than the digital ones that live inside Football Manager 2024. So, Hey Hey It's Sunday is going to be a regular thing, hence the episode 1. There will be an episode 2, and that will occur on a Sunday, my time. I would love for this to be a weekly thing, as long as, you know, everything congeals and is conducive to it, because sometimes I might be away camping or whatever else, and there'll be plenty of notice. But I want to get some scheduling into what we do here in the Debunkatorium. I've been very haphazard with streams, and I enjoy the shit out of it, and I want to make myself accountable for actually making them happen. So we're starting with a regular Sunday thing, which will be fine. I haven't nailed down an exact time for it. It's likely to be after 12 p.m. my time, because every second week I'll be spending time with my lady, and she'll be heading off to work at about 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So, excuse me. That's what we're thinking. But I don't want it to be all conspiracy focused or anything else. I want the Hey Hey It's Sunday to just be a little bit of madness. A little bit bonkers. So it might be that within a Hey Hey It's Sunday stream, nothing overly cool or interesting happens, but it could be I sit here and edit a video and just chat to you lot. It could be that we sit here and come up with stupid ideas to run through ChatGPT and get it to spit out a shit ton of different images for us and just laugh our asses off. It could be that I sit here, take those images and run them through other software and get them animated ahead of turning them into other videos. We could be writing scripts. I could bounce ideas off you guys. We could have sessions where we just sit here for a couple of hours and listen to all of your Suno songs or something like that. That's the rough plan. Unlike McKeegan, I'm not going to hand over all of the dirty work to a dog. I'll do it all myself. But this is basically my version of a Rusty stream where I play the part of Rusty. So that's the plan. I did see you in the chat there, by the way, Dave. Welcome along. David Keegan, everybody. It's here. Round of applause. You mean all my Sunday mornings are going to be ruined having to look at your face? Yes. Yes, they are, Dave. You're welcome. You know you love it. Don't tell lies. Monkey Cat Papats for $2 says Icy Spin sucks, CK fucks, and Jack Wax. There you have it. Dropping Boom. Truth bombs from Monkey Cat Pat Pat. I don't know if that whistling came through on the microphone. It doesn't matter. Nobody cares. So to that end, what I'd like to do, and some of you have seen a bunch of these already on Unfornicated stream, but a while ago on a thumbnail, we debuted DPD, the superhero version of yours truly, DP Debunk. So it doesn't really look like me, but it's a koala-inspired super suit. So I want to bring up a bunch of the images and whatnot, what I made it and give you a look at them because I think they're pretty cool. And all of these are going to be animated with the assistance of AI because I'm not a fucking animator and I can't be bothered learning. So if I can make a robot do it, I'm going to. And I'll pay for it later when they decide to take over the world and punish us all for our hubris. You definitely took liberties with the superhero you. He is taller, says Unfornicated. Yes, he is. But he's also significantly shorter than both yours and Mike's. So there is an element of accuracy there. All right. Some of these might be doubled up a little bit, but that is okay. I'm not too stressed about that. Now, these aren't necessarily all of them. There's a bunch of them that are still living in... Oh, God damn it. What happened? My computer's freaking out. It's freaking out, everybody. Hey, there we go. Lovely stuff. View. Let's go with large icons. And then if I double the click, we should be good to go there. In your own time, PC. You do you. We will wait. We will wait. And while I'm waiting for the computer to wake up, Unfornicated is here with Magnus. CC is Dicky Knee. Absolutely. When Mikey got punched, it's like red faces. Yes. You don't know what we're talking about? We're talking about Hey Hey It's Saturday. A staple of Australian television for well over 20 years, 30 years, something like that. It was epic. It's not on the air anymore. Occasionally, they wheel out the surviving cast members for a special or a series of specials or a retrospective. But yeah, Pluck of Dearth. Good shout, Illusion. Holy crap. That was amazing. Yes. Emma says, Dave McKeegan. Yes, with regards to the ruining of Dave's Sunday, having a look at my face, because if you leave, our Sundays will be ruined too. Nobody's here for DP Debunks. Yeah, you're absolutely right. I know it. I'm fornicated. I told you about my swollen head in confidence. Just don't share the pictures, please. And thank you. Okay. Maybe what I need to do is actually bring this up on the other PC. Stream assets. There we go. And let's just do the refresher eyes here. Fresh. This folder's empty. Well, it shouldn't be, should it? Hey? Syncify. Come on. Do the thing. There we go. Right. And what do? Don't know. Come on. Come on. Don't mess with me, computer. Seriously. Stream assets. Yep. Here we do. Nope. We're going to have to do it the hard way. Okie dokie. What I will do is go here and get rid of these ones because we don't need them. And this one, and they can all go back here. Shift and move. Awesome. How do I get it to do the thing? Don't know. This is riveting stuff for all of you. Dave McKeegan says, rumor has it that your swollen head looks like Mikey Smith's. That's a low blow, sir. That is a low blow. It's true, but it's low. I'm very offended. And by offended, I mean giggling insanely on the inside. Dragnil says Durst should pay CT the Bitcoin he owes for proving the globe, but he won't because he's a waste of space and he should be banned from YouTube. You are correct. Hey, Dirth, what have you been up to?
Be viewing quiet, and I'm leaking data.
You sure are leaking data. Any other nuggets of bullshit you want to share?
My toilet flushes the same way every time.
It sure does, buddy. It sure does. That's because it's in the north. But you wouldn't know anything about that because you suck. Right. What I need to do is add an image slideshow. Let's try this. I haven't played with this in OBS before. Stop when visible. That'll do. Slide mode. Manual. I can't do manual. Yeah, you can just loop it. Image files. Add directory. Aha, we're making progress here, kids. Oh, this is very exciting. We want to go to stream assets and then that folder, select folder. Okay, whoa, that's too big. Right. And you can check out the images. They're going to cycle through a bit faster than intended. But here you go. This is what I've been up to today. Making these. Making this shit. It's a bit quicker than I'd like, isn't it? Let's go to properties. Can I slow that down? Can. Yeah. Apologies if it's flickering. Let's just give them a few more seconds each. Cool. And then we'll up that a little bit. Binding size. Yep, that all looks fine. Okay. There we go. The first one. Again, all of these are going to get animated in some way. Maybe not that one, because I'm not sure about the zoo crew in the similar suits, but this one's pretty cool. Couple of tigers, a sexy giraffe, of course. This one where we've destroyed Flat Earth HQ. It's pretty sweet. There's a platypus there, inspired by Wits at the Platypus, of course. There's me poking a glowy globe thing. It's me at Conspiracy Con. Just can't believe how much stupidity is there. Tearing up the flat Earth, of course. That one's pretty cool. And there's me riding a satellite. I love that one. That one's going to be fun when it's done. There's me dropping the mic. Biggity boom. Mic drop moment. You love to see it. Me kicking in the door at Conspiracies. It does look like I've had shit on my shoes though. Is me powering up with some reality. Getting the juice. Reality juice. There's just a thumbs up for you all. How you going? Good to see you. Love your work. There's me pointing. Hey, you. Stop being stupid. Yeah. There's just me looking cool. What's up? Got fluffy ears. Want to make something of it? There's another angle. Just a bit of smoke behind me. Probably setting something on fire. How you all doing? Another thumbs up in the forest. You know, where koalas live. Up in trees and stuff. There's me running. I don't know why New York's in the background. I don't live there. That looks nothing like Adelaide. But, you know, heroic pose. Why the hell not? Another heroic pose. Or just reaching for some pizza. Maybe. And it's just a face palm. Because you see that happen all the time around these parts. Another thumbs up. Or the same thumbs up. I did download some of these twice. So, you know, what are you going to do? There's a globy thing again. Are we back to the start? Really? I feel like there's a couple of images missing there. Yeah, there are. There really, really are. We kind of gone through 42 already. Oh no, we're cycling back around. So congratulations for some reason. I don't know what I use that for. Science violations, which we'll be handing out to flatties and conspiratards. Another breakout, Flat Earth HQ. We've got another platypus behind me. There's a bear and a penguin. Whoops, I fucked the globe. My bad. That usually happens when I try to debunk something. It's me in court with a flat earther. Just, good Lord. Really? We're listening to this clown? It's me explaining the globe and just blowing his freaking mind. Hells yeah. It's me trying to win a globe at a skill tester, concentrating. It's my concentrating face, working very hard. Took a swing at an alien. He's getting away. God damn it. Son of a bitch. It's too quick for me. There's me cuddling a basketball globe and chowing down on some science. Here's some guys in tinfoil hats. I might be about to slap the smaller one in the face. I hope so. Superhero landing. I've done a superhero landing. There you go. Punching some conspiracies. It did say conspiracies, but I punched the cons away. See? Let's see what I did there. And they're just trying to punch conspiracies again. I've missed, but you get the idea. It's fine. Another face palm. God damn it. God damn it. There's the foresty one again. We're almost at the end. Couple more to go. I've been pretty busy. That's the same one. Again. Well, yeah, I've got glowy green powers because I'm fueled by eucalyptus and chlamydia. Sarcasm meter, of course, looking a bit grumpy. I shouldn't be. I should be happier if I'm being sarcastic. And we've already seen that one. 2 more to go that I've added to this folder at least. This is when ChatGPT decided it had enough of my bullshit and made me a midget. Or more of a midget. And then punching conspiracies again, which I don't punch very well. I'm a lover, not a fighter. And there you go. So again, all of these are getting animated, and that's going to become the intro video for the channel and for breaks and everything else, because it's pretty cool. So there you have it. That's been my afternoon. I've been doing those since Unfornicated started his stream, like 7,000 years ago. And I'm not done yet. I need to start a new chat with Shazza, ChatGPT, to keep going and get more weird and wacky scenarios to do things with. And then once that's done, we'll be, or I will be, doing the same amount of image generation for the Drunk Debunk Show superhero version and the Unfornicated superhero version. And then the challenge becomes getting all 3 of them into the same scenes to do some stuff with, which will be very, very cool. You've had a taste of that in the intro video with everybody chugging a drink. I just need to refine the Unfornicated one is done. It's based on War Machine. So instead of, I won't show you. We'll keep that under the hat. But it's based on the War Machine armor, not Iron Man. And instead of the minigun or cannon on the shoulder, it's a camera and a microphone. Because making content makes sense, right? And Drunk Debunk Show is basically Captain America with the shield and everything else, because I'm just not very original, am I? No. So that's what we're doing. And it's going to be fun as hell. And I'm pondering, even though I can't draw, doing like an origin story comic book. But that'd be fucking way down the track. Way down the track. But anyway, stay tuned for that shizzle, because it could be super duper fun. So if anyone's interested, I could show you how I do the animated things. Because it's hey, it's Sunday and there's no plan, and I can basically do whatever the hell I want. All right, okay, let's do that and see how bad the stream becomes with the extra load on my computer, or CPU, as the kids say. We don't want that. Get rid of that, and let's go here. You don't need to see my logins and stuff. And then I've got to remember if I have this set up. Let's see. Boom. Boom. Hello. Hello, everybody. I'm over here now. Ha ha ha. So you won't have to chat on the screen. That's my OBS that you're looking at there. My microphone's still there. Beautiful stuff. Okay, and that means I can just scoot over to here to LTX Studio. So this is what I use to generate motion in images. This is basically how I made Fraud Almighty. Was putting images in here and letting them animate stuff for me on my other screen. I'm just going to bring up chat so I can see what you lot are up to. I don't have it set up in this scene for you guys. So yeah, just sit tight a little bit. This was me getting the globe animation. So going from flat earth, it turns into a globe, which is fun. So what we do here is we go boom, image, and we chuck an image in. And then we go to the pictures folder. And then we go to stream assets. And then we go to DPD. And then we need to select an image. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Large icons, please. Just show me the... all right, there's a better way to do this. There's a much better way to do this. Right. Details, no. View. Extra large. All right, so in the chat, you see these are all the images. Some of them got multiple copies. I'll scroll through them slowly. And you lot let me know which one we're going to animate. But before we do that, Icy Spin for 10 United States dollars. I said pay to win. Fuck you, monkey. Sorry. Carry on, Mr. Bloke Guy, Dingo Man, whatever. Wait, minus the dingo. Substitute koala. Yeah, that works. No, wait. Kangaroo. Yeah, I like that one. Almost a character. Awesome. Which one? You know what? I'm not even going to ask you which one we're going to do. We're going to animate this guy riding the satellite because fuck me, it's hilarious. See, so this is the LTXV model, which spits out 4 variants every time. You can see some of them are a bit derpified and not great, but this was the winner that went into the video. Flat Earth, then the dome went, and now it's a globe. Good Lord. See? It's great. 9 sec. We probably don't need 9-second animations for this, so let's just shorten them down. We'll just do some like quick. Yeah, we'll go 5 seconds. We don't need any audio. I'm on the LTXV model, and we just hit generate and description. We'll just say riding the satellite like a mechanical bull. Generate, and then we play the waiting game. And it's just going to go through. Fingering the digital globe. There's a sentence I didn't think I'd be reading today. There's a t-shirt. Fingering the digital globe. I just titled your next video, Dan. Finger that globe. Ooh, hells yeah. Get this caught up. There we go. This works quite well. Oh yeah. Oh, it's done outstanding work. Look at this shit. Come on, people. How can you not be lapping that up? I mean, this one's not moving around enough. This one's pretty great, but it's going a bit feral and a bit wonky. But this one's cool. Yeah, come on. This one's not bad either. The bottom left one is sick. All right, so we'll try one more thing. It's cost me more of my credits, but we'll try one with the Google version of the Generatis. VO2. I'm not going to use VO3 because the processing cost is massive, but VO2 is plenty. So we'll try that. 5 seconds, 60 by 9. Yep, cool. Same prompt, riding the satellite like a mechanical bull, and it only gives you one version with the Google models, which is a bit of a pain in the butt. This is LTX Studio, which if you're interested in doing this sort of thing, it's super easy to use and highly, Highly recommend. For sure. But yeah, that one in the bottom left is it's just sick. Cowboy hat, Doctor Strangelove style. I can't remember what it costs. I think it's something like 15 to 20 bucks a month, maybe less. And that gets you, it does it all in, rather than straight credits like Suno, it's based on processing seconds. What's going on here? Way too static. All right, let's try again with a bucking mechanical ball. Maybe if I download that. It's downloaded. Let me switch. Video. Get rid of that. And then we load in. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Ah, wrong folder. It just downloaded it. Where did it? Son of a. Try that again. Hang on. Hang on. Let's download it again. Let's try downloading it again. Where's it downloading to? Right in the satellite. Yep. Okay. Got that. Fresh. Where's it going? All right, hang on. I gotta find where the files are. And the slideshow's still going. I thought I'd turn that off. Turn that off. Okay. Unless it's put it in here. No. Downloads. All right, now I've just got like 400 copies of that because I've downloaded it a bunch of times. Unless it's not going to let me actually put video in there. Is that what you're saying to me? Okay. All right, that makes more sense. Anyway, all right, cool. So we've got one decent video out of that. Let me just switch back to the other model and we'll go back to this screen. Then we'll go back to the site so you can all see what's going on. Just open the folder from the list. Yeah, I did that, but it doesn't actually want me to put a video in. It just wants raw images, so that's fine. I thought it would take the video and do a thing. Will it? Oh, maybe. Oh, hang on. Progress? Something went wrong. Nope. Okay, it won't let me do that. Why does my Suno Scar song sound like reggae? Tell it to go faster. Tell it what instruments you want in there. I will send you, Dan, after stream. I'll send you the prompts that I've used so you can check them out. Or I think you've got the link. I've sent you a couple of Suno links with the Scar stuff so you can check out the prompts in that on Suno because they'll all be listed. Right, we need another image to animate. Please. Please and thank you. Yep. Yep. So, what do we want? Let's go with... I don't know. I'm just massively doxing myself here. Fuck it. There you go. My actual name is Matt. Don't call me that. It's DP. It can just sit on screen. I don't give a shit anymore. It's too hard. It's all too hard. Can I hide this? No. Fuck it. Right. What are we doing? Oh, what was the other suggestion? Finger in the globe. Right. Let's finger the globe together, everybody. Now, what the hell do we do with a prompt? So if the image we're using is this, what do you want to tell it to do? What are we doing? Because I literally don't have an idea. Using the globe to open up a video call with NASA. Okay. So what we might do is make this one a longer one because that's pretty involved. And let's see what it spits out. I went with Dan's because it was the first one I saw. And if it sucks, I'll try one of the other ones. I do like illusions. Finger the globe like putting a finger into water. I'm not sure that finger the globe big fish is going to be specific enough. But we'll find out. Come on, LTX. Do some shizzle. Come on now, baby. Let's go. It's the content you're all here for, just watching progress bars. Oh, yeah. See what it does. It's going to totally derp out on this and put text everywhere and turn something into a snake eating an elephant. Who knows? Who the hell knows? I just realized too that my stupid face is going to cover at least one of the options. So I need to move myself down here. And that'll work better. Okay, so I'm just talking to myself. Oh, that's not bad. It's not NASA, but that's not bad. In the bottom left. He's calling Nana or Nana, apparently. But I like it. This one I'm talking about. It's pretty good. What happened to his hand? Yikes. This one's good too. So I'm doing a video where I've got to talk about Europe. Yeah, I'm going to grab that one. I like it. I'm going to grab this one. But let's try... Touching the globe causes a ripple effect like touching water. Let's try that. I don't know how many credits I've got left either. Have blinking target where you're needed. Yeah, I like that. So today, kids, we're going to blah, 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 which is a real place. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 Stan. Main exports are blurper and blah, 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 blah. The more you know. While we're waiting. That's how long. Been waiting for Witsit, in case you were wondering. 1 year, 4 months, 23 days, 18 hours, 34 minutes, and 26 seconds. We've been waiting for totally mapped out, completely working celestial navigation. So there is that. Emma asks, I'm so confused. Why is your globe not upside down? Because I'm not in Australia, Emma, because it doesn't exist. It's a fake country. Oh, shit. I mean, it's NASA's auto-correcting technology. I mean, that's not right. Touch it. Touch it. Nothing's happening. Well, it's getting some swirlies. The swirlies were already there. Yeah, it hasn't really nailed the brief here, has it? We're just space worms. Being invaded by space worms. There's me complaining about it. Why is it showing me a glowy green globe when the Earth measures flat? Nathan Oakley said so. This is bullshit. Bullshit, I tell you. Look at it. The rest of them kind of suck, but that's me just derping out, staring at it. Huh? Oh, it glows. It's all glowy. Yeah, I like that one too. Right. Next. Oh, this one. This one for sure. Busting out of Flat Earth HQ. Yeah, and we'll be making a getaway from exploding building. Go! This will be cool. Let's see what it does with this. I do like that one as well, Dan. Touch the globe causes a glitch because globe is real. Be falsified by every uneducated flirt on the internet. All true. We've been falsified, and that's why Whitson and Co. are going to take away the sky. We're making Monkey Cat Pat Pat uncomfortable with all this AI. Well, the good news is I absolutely wouldn't be paying a professional animator to do all this for me because I can't afford it. So we're not taking anybody's job because I wouldn't have been giving them work. Oh, itchy. Itchy nose. Sorry. Very, very poor stage discipline from moi. So getting a look behind the curtain. I mean, I could have made this a members only stream, but basically everyone's a fucking channel member or a mod anyway. So, you know. Oh, come on. All of them are badass. We even got an extra animal in this one. That's fucking great. What is this? Boom. Ah! It's a tree falling out of the sky. I mean, all of these are pretty good. They're all keepers. Check out the platypus. Just holding down the trigger. No idea what he's doing. I like it. Or maybe it's the tail of a helicopter that's fallen down. Pete Earth? Yeah, Pete Earth. Gonna make something of it? I can blow that out. I can add a filter. It's doing its best, people. We fight the Pete Earth. We can't fight the Flat Earth because Craig's already cornered that market. So we fight the Pete Earth here. Little known conspiracy, but it's on the rise and it must be stopped. That's how good superhero me is. He's tackling the conspiracies before they even exist. Hells to the air. All right. I'm done playing with that now. That gives me some fat to chew on later. Whistlaps PP, followed from the sky. Yeah. AI and its inability to make text. Absolutely. Or it does make sense. It's just nonsense. For the most part. Nonsense. Kate Moss. Yeah, I'm pretty sure she's involved with the Pete Earth. And Amber Heard. Right. Now that that's all out of the way, there was something else I was going to do too. What I was going to go over with you lot and do stuff and things. And I can't remember what the it was. I did ponder making a short video with all of y'all, but I'm not going to do that because I know for a fact that if I try to run DaVinci while we're doing anything else, everything's just going to die in the ass very, very quickly. Or anywhere else for that matter. Things will perish. And that is a problem. All right. I don't want to watch any flatty stuff today. I'm over it. Screw those guys. Screw them right in the ear. And we already watched a CC video over on Unfornicated's channel. It was a great rant, as they so often are. He covered a lot of topics, but we don't need to revisit that. So what's going on with you guys? Tell you what we can do. Go to the thing. There we go. No, it's not going to work. I'll set that up off stream. Got it to work. Huzzah! Dan got its scarf thing to work, everybody. Yay. That brings me joy. That does bring me a joy. That was the other thing I was going to do. Was let you lot help me out, or at least decide on a piece of merch for the store, because I don't know what to do next. I know I definitely need. Let me just find the right source. That's not it. That's not it. Oh God. Oh God. No. Yeah, this one. Whoa, we need a freaking Satan t-shirt and Satan everything. There should be more Satan. We all need a little more Satan in our lives.
Hi, everybody. My name is Satan. I was the light in a dark care.
I'm the reason you all keep tissues beside your bed.
And I like long walks on the beach and puppies.
Satan's not a bad guy. He's just misunderstood. That's all. That is all. So anyway, I'm working on that, and that's pretty easy. I just take that image and drop it on the thing and do the blah, blah, blahs. Illusion's building a computer down in the chat. Lovely to see it. I did ask what was going on. What's going on with CMS, Conspiracy Music Studios, working on a new song about Matthew Hakeem. Somebody who shall remain nameless may have been given a little bit of a sneaky peek of that one. Yes, indeed. No idea who that could have been. No idea whatsoever. What I was messing with is I was going to fire up La Discord and see if anybody wanted to have a chat, but I realized I don't have anything at all set up for doing that. What I do have is this screen, which we've used once for Megan, which is the screen I'll be using for having a guest on. And you can see how long ago that was, because it was before Top Left was announced. That was a little while ago. This is going to happen, and it is going to be a thing. I'm working on it. Needs a bit more testing, just a little bit more work in the background. Still in the damn chat you left, DP Debunks. Oh, are you? Good for you. I left to come and do this. Jesus. What do you want from me, people? What do you want from me? All right. I need to go to the bathroom. Thank you, Emma. Yes, everybody, please go check out Conspiracy Music Studios. Subscribe to their channel. Click the notification bells so you do not miss out when they drop a new fat music video, because they're all awesome. And yeah, then you can be cool like Emma. That's all any of us really want in this life. If it's not what you want in the life, sort out your priorities, because it should be. Jeez. I mean, come on, you guys. Give it the program. Wah, 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 wah. Beautiful stuff. Right. What was I saying? Oh, so you're on the Discord, just throwing part names out, dreaming. 59050X, 64 gig, Ask to Mouth, 3080 Ti, 570 platform. It'll be a while before I save it for anything else. Yeah. I just want to grab a better machine, preferably with a better GPU. But I'm not going to geek out about it right now because I don't really know what I'm talking about. Am I on drugs again? Emma, I have not touched drugs since I went camping over a month ago at this point. And even then, minuscule amount of Satan's lettuce, which was delightful. I'm still on the wrong screen. Let's go back to this. Okay. I need to pee, and you lot need to wait while I do that. I can't take you with me because I stream via a desktop. Otherwise, you'd all be welcome to join. Plus, I could use the help because the doctor said I shouldn't lift anything heavy. Anyway, let's do a song. And then when we come back, we'll find something else to do. All right. So while I go to the bathroom and grab a drink, you can all go to the bathroom, grab a drink, grab some food, grab a snack, smoke if you got them. And when we come back, we'll do other things. In the meantime, don't go anywhere. I'll know if you do. But before we do that, sorry. Ladies and gentlemen, we have with us in the chat right now, you can see him over there, over that way. Satan's in the way, right beside Satan. Charles Arnold is in the chat, and we've had some fun at Charles Arnold's expense by denying him a wrench here in the Debunkatorium. And Charles Arnold and I have had some banter in different chats, giving each other a bit of stick, a bit of light-hearted ribbon. It was all in good fun. And it peaked yesterday. For the first time ever, I popped into Mikey Smith's live chat and dropped a super chat, a couple of messages just to say hi. And Charles Arnold, he is a mod on Mikey Smith's channel, timed me out. I thought I got banned completely for being a disgusting glober, but I did not. I was just timed out. And it was Charles Arnold who pulled the trigger. And once I realized that was what happened, because I didn't want to get banned on Mikey's channel, we laughed, nearly shat. It was so funny. Anyway, earlier today in FTFE's chat, we had a bit more back and forth. It was a 1 minute timeout. I thought it was 10 seconds. Well, now that I know it was 1 minute, this changes everything. No, I'm taking the piss. I committed to making Charles Arnold a mod, and with all of you here right now, that is what's going to happen. So what I'd like to do is we're going to go somewhere we very, very rarely go, to the small screen, because the chat is nice and big. You don't need to see what's going on there. You can all have this again. CT's fundraiser. There you go. That's much better. While I do this, we go to Charles Arnold and we add as a moderator. Save. There we go. And Charles Arnold, if you could be so kind as to complete the loop and drop a chat message in, and we should be able to reveal your new wrenchified status to the world. This is where we find out that Charles Arnold has already fucking bailed. Drum roll, please. I can't do drum roll thingy. I could bash on the microphone, but that'll hurt people's ears. Boom! Charles Arnold has a wrench, everybody! Oh, it's a thing of beauty. And now I know why I generated this particular image. Just give me 1 freaking second, people. Just be patient. Come on, get off my nuts. For sake. Just calm down. This is what this is for. It's too big. From me to you, sir. Congratulations, Charles Arnold. You have been rentified. It's a happy, happy day. He feels whole now. Please don't feel Charles Arnold whole. There's laws against that. But Charles Arnold, welcome to the hallowed halls of being wrenched in the debunkatorium. Fan freaking tastic. Where's this image source for high transition? We want fade because we all love a bit of fade out. There we go. Much classier. And then we'll go back to this screen. So now we can play the song and I can actually go and pee because my back teeth are floating. And while we do that, you will do what you want to do. Talk amongst yourselves. Once again, grab a drink, grab a snack, smoke if you got them, but don't go anywhere because I'll know if you do.
So, you wanna be a flat earther? Awesome! Let me tell you what you gotta do. Here we go! Step 1, throw your brain away. Forget everything they taught you in school today. Gravity's a lie, just like space. Now tilt your head and ignore what you face. Deny the pictures, deny the facts. Call it CGI and twist the cracks. Pretend a meme is evidence and never, ever use common sense. Oh, so you wanna be a flat earther? Welcome to the cult, now your brain's gonna hurt. Throw out science, forget the math. Just follow the grip down the YouTube path. Step 2, buy a level and a laser beam. Make a test, but don't check the screen. If it proves the curve, just throw it away. Blame refraction, gaslight, and say NASA's faking. Wake up, sheep. Water's flat, the curve ain't deep. Antarctica's a big ice wall. Trust me, bro, I know it all. Oh, so you wanna be a flat earther? Welcome to the cult, now your brain's gonna hurt. Reject the globe, embrace the lies, and never look up at the skies. Step 3, learn to dodge and weave. When facts show up, just make them leave. Say perspective when things get rough. And if that fails, just make stuff up. The sun's small and local, I swear it's true. The moon's a light, not a rock to you. NASA steals $1 trillion. Science is fake, trust you too much. Alright, now listen up. If the earth was spinning, we'd all be flung. Airplanes would have to dive to stay up, son. Ships disappear, that's just a trick. And satellites, man, get off NASA's screen. Oh, so you wanna be a flat earther? Welcome to the ride, it just gets worse. Say goodbye to your family and friends. This rabbit hole never ends. Oh, so you wanna be a flat earther? Welcome to the cult, now your brain's gonna hurt. Reject the globe, embrace the lies, and never look up at the skies.
Congratulations, you're a goddamn flatty now.
You nailed the timing and everything. I even remember to turn the mic on. You're welcome. Charles Arnold, we had a look at CC's beach rant over on Unfornicated stream with all of the Dirt Vengers present, myself, Unfornicated, the Drunk Debunk show. Drunk Debunk show is now all tucked up in bed. Nighty nights, Mike. But we did check that out. Otherwise, I totally would. But We just did it. We just did it. And I'm bummed because we all love a good CC video. All of us. That's just science. But, you can have too much of a good thing. What we will do, because I haven't had a chance to play it. I know I said we weren't going to do the usual crap tonight, tonight, this morning. Nobody knows. But, yeah, we gotta. So we're gonna. I just want to double check really quickly. How long has it been that we've been waiting for Witzit's promised celestial navigation for flat Earth?
Hey kids, it's time to check how long we've been waiting for Witzit's totally working flat Earth celestial navigation. Witzit the platypus said it was done. Navigation map with maps, oh what fun. But days turn to weeks, then a year and kaboom. Still no system, but it's coming soon. Witzit the platypus, flat Earth salvation. Witzit the platypus, how's an explanation? Witzit the platypus, endless hesitation. Witzit the platypus, still no sign of celestial navigation. Witzit the platypus, we're still waiting, it's laughable, bro.
1 year, 4 months, 23 days, 18 hours, 56 minutes, and 45 seconds is how long we've been waiting for Witzit's promised totally working, totally real celestial navigation for flat Earth. And we continue to wait because that's what we do around these parts. Let's just make that a bit more centered, please. Thank you very much. That's better. Much, much better. You can have my face as well. There you go. That's why it was lower. Right there. There we go. That makes more sense. Beautiful. Look at this. Production value. Oh my God. Who'd have thought it? Who would have thunk it? Not me. That's for damn sure. Well, I don't know about you lot, but I'm shit out of ideas. I sat in Unfornicated stream for like 3 hours. What do you want from me, people? By the way, if you missed Unfornicated stream today, we're going to rewatch the whole thing. It's only about 5 hours long. So we're just going to go and check that out really quickly. And we'll watch it at half speed. How does that sound? Sorry, my mistake. 6 hours and 12 minutes. So we'll fire that up. Everybody get comfy. Are you all good? Beautiful stuff. Holy shit. Dad, are you still here? Holy crap. Icy Spin for $2 says upside down. Fuck you. He's just talking about that all-time classic Scottish martial art known as fuck you. It's mostly just headbutting and kicking people while they're on the ground. That is from So I Married an Axe Murderer, one of my favorite movies of all time. Check this shit out, kids. Let's just zoomify. Wow. Zoom. That's very big. I just want to draw your attention down here. 94 likes on the stream. 1,120 views, and I have not hacksawed this. I know Mike hasn't because he's in bed. Maybe Max has, but I doubt it. That deserves a round of applause. That is a lot of views, kids, and that's not the 1 second version of it. That is the full 6 hour and 12 minute stream. Over 1,000 views. Congratulations, I'm fornicated. That is fucking epic. Shit, yeah. And again, if you are not subscribed to Unfornicated, this is an absolute goddamn travesty. Yeah, give me all the notifications for Dan's channel, please. What the hell, YouTube? That is outstanding. That makes me happy. It restores some of my limited faith in humanity. Excellent stuff. By the way, Dan, for the help with the thumbnail, you're welcome. I'm taking at least 20% of the credit for those views. Not at all. That is all you. And the presentation on the USS Liberty and the story itself was first rate. The other 5 hours and 12 minutes, you know, where me and Mike showed up and then the rest of the Zoo crew piled in, all of that, horrible. Absolute garbage. But what you should do is cut out the actual, the Prezi, as Alan from Space Audits would say, and turn that into a video because it was excellent. It really was. And that's not just me blowing smoke up your ass. I really enjoyed it. It was super, super cool. Foxworth Kerman for $1.99 US cents says, all this AI bullshit, DP is totally a paid shill. Round of applause for that one because it's true. Totally true. I mean, no, I'm not kidding anybody. Anyway, doesn't matter. Charles Arnold says, I think those are all my views. Yes, they are. Purchase your custom DP anal prints. Yes, all of the anal. If we go to Unfornicated's channel and we go to live, please tell me you've left the 1 second version available. Yes. If you don't want to spend 6 hours and 12 minutes watching the Unfornicated stream, he's been kind enough to provide not one, but 2 versions of the stream for you. You've got this one, which is 6 hours and 12 minutes long, that has over 1,000 views. Or there's this version, which is 1 second long, which doesn't have any views, and that is a disgrace. That's an absolute disgrace. So we're going to watch this one right now. Buckle up, kids. Here we go. Here we go. It's just firing up. Let me zoom out a little bit so we don't miss anything. Just loading. There's a lot to load, so this makes perfect sense. Streamed 8 hours ago. Hang on, we'll just pause it because I don't want anyone to miss everything. Is everyone right? There we go. Press play. I think it's broken. I mean, I'm watching it. I totally watched it. I was there live. I caught this live. But we're just going around. Oh, an error occurred. Let's just refresh. It's too short. It can't even recognize it. Oh, it's so unfair. Oh, the 1 second stream's broken. Can I clip it? Create some clips. What a jip. Man, makes me sad. Anyway, you can all check that out in your own time and see if it actually works. We've got a variety pack. What variety pack? What are you talking about, CK? There we go. Yeah. Beautiful. I do have a Satan glass on the store. Well, that needs updating anyway. So that's a whole thing. Yep. Oh, it puts my videos on the store site. I'm looking at the store site, everybody, on my own screen. You can all do that at your leisure. Thanks for posting the link, CK. Story's there. Go there and don't buy anything. But if you do, any money that I would have made from it, from the link that CK has posted in chat, will go to Critical Things Fundraiser. Yes, indeedly doodly. Oh, yep, it was Unfornicated anal prints. What a jip. What a jip. Ripped off. There you go. By the way, let me just grab that link, put that over here. There we go. Let's pimp this shit out. That makes more sense. To the viewing screen. We're already there. Whoops. The Unbreakable collection has dropped. All proceeds will be matched dollar for dollar and donated to Nava via live stream on November 11, 2025. All donations match dollar for dollar during a live stream, and you can get all this cool shit, the Unbreakable hoodies and t-shirts and mugs and other mugs and things. But there's a whole stream over on the Fornicated channel where you can learn all about the code talkers. They were the code. Yes, indeed. They were. It is well worth your time. If you've never heard of them before, you should have. Get yourself up to speed. But check out the stream. Get your ass over here and buy some t-shirts and some mugs and help out Nava, because you totally should. Unfortunately, it says, so my Code Talk stream only has 95%. Wit's inability to understand radio is 97%, and the new stream is only 99%. I guess people didn't like my content. Yeah. Yep. That's a shit percentage. Just short. Just short. You know, room to improve is the point. It matters. So let me give you the rundown of what's coming up soon. Here in the Debunkatorium, we will be having a chat via Discord. I don't know what channel I'll be popping it in, but we're going to talk about scheduling streams and having a schedule here on the channel that I have to stick to. I would like to make me going live available to as many people as possible, but because I'm in Australia and a majority of my audience is in the United States, another big chunk of you are in the UK, some of you are in Sweden for some reason. also fucking huge in Namibia. I don't know why. Anyway, scheduling stuff. So for me, weeknights in the evening, the best time, because I work a full-time job from about 8 a.m. To 4:30 p.m. in the afternoon, Australian time. So I can't really stream then. Occasionally, when things are quiet, I've been able to jump into other people's streams to do the guest stuff, like some of the Yerba Mate Talks panels, which is fun as hell. Jumping on to chat to Mike or MC Toon at different times, which is always amazing and brilliant. But it's not a frequent thing. So weekends are generally the best for me. And then again, evenings, my time. But I want to figure out how to do that to get as many of you involved as humanly possible. So we're going to be having a chat about that and what the streams should be. I do like playing a video from a flatty or someone stupid and making fun of them, which is good fun. But I don't want to do that all the time. And the other night, doing Dearth again, fuck. It hurt my brain, literally, and I said as much. So we're going to take a breather from the Dearth stuff in live streams, but I want to talk to all of you, figure out what you want us to see, what kind of format, blah, 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 and we'll do that. And I have kicked around the idea, and I talked about it in the Drunk Debunk Show Discord, in the voice chat, about doing something similar to what Jaren does with Speaker's Corner, where we can fire it up and I can chat to all of you lot live. We pick a topic, we have a panel a la Yerba Mate Talks and co, but with a twist, we'll do it our way, which is, you know, the way we do things here in the Debunkatorium, i.e. fucking stupid. So that's a loose plan. But besides the live stuff, which I do need to figure out, and that's going to take a bit of time and iteration and blah, 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 blah. Video-wise, a number of plans. So, drink first. There's going to be at least one more Dearth video because he said some really dumb shit, and I've got something to say about it. So that is in the works. There's a couple really, but I can probably mush them together. to turn them into one. I do have plans to cover a bit more of the person who shall not be named for fear of copyright takedown requests, and their organizations pushing the 1099 OID claim form scams. A lot more to unpack there. It's been quiet for a little while, but I need to dive back in to that realm. I also want to take a look at what the Juicebox King has been up to, because I'm very curious. I have had a sneaky peek, and it's kind of weird. So I want to dive into that. And also, hopefully, coming up, we've had a couple of emails back and forth. The man, the myth, the legend, Professor Phil Bell is going to be here in the Debunkatorium, either for a video or hopefully for a live stream. And we're going to have a chat about what it takes to be a flat earther, which is going to be cool as hell. And I'm very excited to chat to Professor Phil Bell. We just got to figure out the scheduling and when we're going to do it and everything else. But yeah, that is going to be awesome. Dan has dropped a spoiler in the chat. So thanks, Dan. Dearth claimed that the dingo fence here in Australia, which is well over 5,000 kilometers long, is constantly guarded. Always guarded. It's always manned. So I'm going to tear that shit apart. Because, spoilers, it isn't. That might be a long video, but it should be really, really fun. So I've got that sitting in my back pocket as well. Within my chats with Shazza, there is a shit ton of scripts and ideas floating around that I've been working on for ages and getting some help with formatting and flow and timing and blah, 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 blah. I just need to sit down, record, and start cutting things together, which does take time. So there might not be a new video out this week, but it probably will. I'll get some bullshit out like I usually do. And more YouTube shorts. I want to make more YouTube shorts. Not a lot of people watch them, which is fine, but they're really fun to make. There's also going to be a series on the channel inspired by a whole bunch of different stuff, which I haven't started on. I've done some groundwork, but again, time, effort, energy, not my strong suit. But there will be a series running on the DP Debunks channel, which will be called something along the lines of Shit You Thought You Knew, where we just take commonly held opinions, beliefs, or things you think are a fact, and let you know you're dumb for thinking them and that you're wrong because it's not true. For example, we only use 1% of our brain power. That's bullshit. It's not true. And we'll be breaking that down. See how that works? Yeah. So I'll be like, I know what you're thinking. You think this. Oh, we only use 1% of our brain power. Oh, what about the other 99%? We should all have telekinesis or something. We'll all be X-Men. Wrong. Fucking stupid. And here's why. And that's how it's going to work. It's going to be really fun. And, you know, there's tons of that stuff. So that can run basically forever. It'll be great. Tori Hanzo is here, everybody. It's about time. We've all been waiting. Tori Hanzo. Oh, and that's important because, as we all know, you can't spell Debunkatorium without Tori. So there it is. That's just spitting facts. In terms of, let's see, hang on. Illusion, keep the dingoes out according to 1990s Telstra ad. Yeah, that's right. That's what the dingo fence is for. Bruce Wolford says, what it takes, talking about what it takes to be a flat earther, I'm going to go with severe lack of intelligence, paranoia, self-serving sense of importance, narcissistic tendencies. You're probably right, but we'll wait to hear from Professor Phil Bell, and he will enlighten us all because he's a smart man and I'm, you know, me. Foxworth Kerman, if that was true, I wouldn't have lost my baby to that dingo. I mean, what side of the fence were you on, Foxworth Kerman? That's the question. It was also to keep the Mongols out, so you weren't wrong, Illusion. The dingo fence is designed to also keep out dingoes and the Mongolians. Because not for nothing, it's been a long ass time since I've seen any warmongering Mongolians wandering around my neck of the woods. So the fence is working, just like the rock I keep in my pocket to prevent bear attacks. Never been attacked by a bear. That's some flat earth truther conspiratard logic right there. F. Groot, who has a wrench and a Depunker chip, finally, uses 100% of their brain. It corresponds to 1% for normal people. Yeah, sounds about right. Flurf's only used 1%. That is true. What else we got going on? Yay! My Swede, my favorite Swede is here. Finally. Yep, we've just been filling with nonsense until Tori arrived. That's how it always works. Scoondrel is saying a bunch of words. Territory, laboratory, directory, inventory, auditory, depository, observatory, factory, victory, history, purgatory, dormitory, repertory, interrogatory, migratory, regulatory, derogatory, explanatory. How'd I do? Thanks, Scoondrel. That was fun to read. Foxworth Kerman, bet that fences work great for Mexicans too. How many Mexicans are in us? Exactly. We know how to build a fence and protect our borders. Everyone comes here by boat. Might have ruined the joke? Not at all. Not at all. I mean, every joke here is automatically ruined because I deliver it and don't do them justice. So you are absolutely fine, good sir. We have been going for 2 hours, kids. I'm thinking I might wrap it up because competitori, lovely stuff. You guys have just got me saying swears in foreign languages, don't you? I've insulted like half the planet, I'm pretty sure. Shit. It's all right. I missed the factory or defecatory. Defecatory yourself. Shut up in your face. We're going to go questionably racist. Let's go the whole hog. Hey, why not? Okay. I'm getting tired and hungry. And because I'm Australian, for my dinner tonight, I'm going to have a meat pie, not a penguin sandwich. Penguin sandwiches are going to take us out tonight. It's not the new epic remix from Emma because I'm too lazy to have edited that yet. I might do that tonight, actually, while I'm kicking back, or I'll just do what I usually do and watch some Family Guy. Bruce Wolford says as well, now that the Italians are not happy, who else can we upset? Unfornicated. Meat pie. Is it roomy? It might be. I have no idea. I tell you what, it's not. It's probably not beef. Kangaroo meat, by the way, is delicious. And your lot over in the US, did you know? Did you? Oh, we're going to get into this right now before I go. Before I go. Let me find it. Your lot having a voice and stuff you don't know about. And I can prove it. I can prove it. Here we go. Let's just rattle some cages and piss everybody off, shall we? Let's. You can't eat koala. They're full of chlamydia. It's not great. Conspiracy Music Studio says it's noon. The weather is nice. Guess I need to figure out something else to do than watch DP as he's ending the stream apparently. Otherwise, I'll just be here. We're not ending yet. I'm gonna rant. I am going to rant. This is what we're looking at. From your lot over in the United States of America, wild kangaroo harvests are labelled needlessly cruel by US lawmakers, but are backed by Australian conservationists. The campaign to ban kangaroo products is muddled and not based on knowledge, wildlife experts say. There's kangaroo. They're awesome. The bill introduced into the US Senate last month came with plenty of emotive and uncompromising language. The mass killing of millions of kangaroos to make commercial products is needless and inhumane. I don't want to break it to you, Democratic Senator Tammy Duckworth. Kangaroos aren't human. So there is that. Okay. As she introduced the Kangaroo Protection Act to ban the sale and manufacture of kangaroo products in the US. Yeah, which is easy to do when you don't have a massive population of, say, I don't know, kangaroos, or otherwise known as wildlife that is not native to your country. With the high-profile former Democratic presidential nominee Cory Booker as a co-sponsor, the two senators said Australia's commercial kangaroo harvest was unnecessarily cruel, and their proposed ban would protect millions of wild kangaroos and their innocent babies who were needlessly killed every year. Backed by animal rights campaigners, the move is the latest in a string of attempts in recent years in the US Congress to ban kangaroo products. A similar push is ongoing in Europe. Last week, the Centre for a Humane Economy, which runs a Kangaroos Are Not Shoes campaign, no, they're not, but they can be, announced British sportswear brand Umbro was the latest to join the likes of Nike, Adidas, Puma, and Asics in phasing out the use of so-called K-leather that has most often been used in some of their brands' football boots. And they do make excellent football boots. But the success of the campaigns and the ongoing criticism of Australia's regulated kangaroo harvest, hides a complex story, and one which Professor Chris Johnson says is infuriating for many Australian conservationists and ecologists. And here's where shit gets interesting. First, we're going to check in on the chat. Yes, you should be able to get kangaroo stuff there, but for how long, unfornicated? Do you eat kangaroo backstrap? Americans love backstrap meat cuts on deer, white-tailed deer. The cuts we can get are pretty limited, but they are all delicious if you cook them right, because it can be a little gamey and a little tough if you get it wrong. What business is our wildlife got to do with the US? It's none of their business what we do here in Australia. Well, isn't, but we'll get to that, Bruce. We will get to that. Try the 4 and 20 Red Rooster chicken gravy pies. I have not, Dougal Dog, but now I am curious. Anyway, the public advocacy by opponents has been very effective, but unfortunately, it's all wrong. It's conceptually muddled, and it's not based on knowledge or experience, says Johnson, a kangaroo expert and professor of wildlife conservation at the Australian Research Council Centre of Excellence for Australian Biodiversity and Heritage. Isn't that interesting? The Nationals leader and Shadow Agriculture Minister, David Littleproud, not someone I support, accused the governing Labor Party, that's our governing political party here, of failing to dispel misconceptions around the use and overseas imports of kangaroo products, which is probably true. This has allowed animal activists to spread false information that kangaroos are being killed solely for soccer cleats. It's important to note that without a commercial industry, conservation culling is still needed to manage populations. We know kangaroos can breed easily. They fuck like rabbits or like kangaroos and are not a threatened species. They're not at all. The practical reality of import bans in the US would be detrimental to kangaroo populations in Australia. Since European colonisation, farmers have grown pasture for livestock and added watering holes across Australia's landscape, both of which help kangaroos to survive and, in times of good rainfall, flourish. Governments have backed controls and culls of the kangaroo's natural predator, of the dingo fence. See, it's all coming together. Don't be gross, scoundrel. We don't fuck kangaroos. We fuck koalas. No, we don't. Johnson says grazing from abundant kangaroos can take away areas that other native animals such as bandicoots that are endangered and dunnarts are endangered used to hide from introduced predators like cats and foxes. Overgrazing can be a serious ecological threat. The harvest protects other native species because it protects vegetation. If the kangaroo program fails, that would be a contributor to increased extinction threat. Regulated commercial kangaroo harvesting takes place every year in New South Wales, Victoria, Queensland, South Australia, and Western Australia. Basically everywhere except for the Northern Territory. Since 2010, data collated by the Australian government shows that between 1.1 million and 1.7 million kangaroos have been killed annually under the commercial harvest. So that's about 15 million of them, and they're doing absolutely fine. Harvest quotas, look at this, harvest quotas, 1.1, 1.7 million every year, are set at about 15% of the estimated kangaroo population, but the data suggests less than a third of the quota is used up each year. So yeah, we kill kangaroos because they cause problems for other species and for agriculture and everything else. But my main concern is the other species, where if kangaroos are left unchecked, other species are fucked, and we use less than a third of the quota. So we're killing 1 million of them. It could be more. We don't even go there. We just don't. Kangaroo harvesting takes place at night, and a national code of practice says the animals should be killed by a bullet to the head. So no fucking around, no flesh wound, no brutality or anything else. Short, sharp, shiny, and quick. And not an arrow. Okay? Bullet, rifle. I'm not a gun person by any stretch of the imagination, but that makes sense. Do it once, get it right. Ben Pearson, Australian New Zealand Country Director for World Animal Protection, said this method of killing, coupled with a lack of oversight of both commercial and non-commercial kangaroo culling, which is also done under license, is a concern. In other animal farming industries, there's a requirement for humane slaughter, which includes stunning before slaughter. With wild harvesting, kangaroos are shot outright, and evidence suggests that many are not killed instantaneously, instead being merely wounded and thus suffering from gunshot wounds. Kangaroos that are wounded but escape could suffer over a prolonged period, and that's fine. Absolutely. Shouldn't happen. If we can do it better, we absolutely should, but we need to do it. Lack of monitoring at the point of kill, that should absolutely be a thing. Inquiry heard that kangaroo kills were deeply distressing for some Aboriginal people, and animal rights groups said kangaroos had a right to live freely without human interference. And yeah, for the most part, for sure. But at the expense of what? Other endangered species that kangaroos are not? Again, like, their population is fine. They are not in any way, shape, or form a threatened species. If female kangaroos are shot, harvesters can find young joeys still alive in their mother's pouch, and that's very sad, but we have a lot of lovely people here in Australia who will take those joeys on and raise them and get them released back into the wild. And yeah, they do recommend that they kill joeys using blunt force trauma to the back of the head, which is gross, and it is barbaric. That shouldn't be a thing. On an ethical level, we're opposed to killing of kangaroos for non-essential items like football boots, particularly given alternatives exist and are in widespread use. So, yes, don't kill kangaroos for football boots. Just use other animals, because that's what they do. There are synthetics. They're not as good. What else we got? Neil Finch is a wildlife ecologist and executive officer of the Australian Wild Game Industry Council, which represents kangaroo harvesters. He said the codes of practice of the kind covering kangaroo harvesting do not exist in other jurisdictions. It's not that we are inhumane. It is that we are exemplary, he claims. Over 6 million native deer are killed in the USA every year. Overabundant herbivores need management. The code of practice for shooting kangaroos requires a shot to the brain. Virtually all deer shot in the USA are shot in the chest. The reason campaigners can quote how many kangaroos are killed is because we actually publish that information. Kangaroo numbers are known to boom in times of good rainfall and then crash during droughts, swings that mirror Australia's variable climates. Droughts are a big problem here. Between 2010 and 2023, official estimates of kangaroo numbers across 4 states show numbers fell as low as 25 million in 2010. That's basically more kangaroos than the human population, and went as high as 53 million in 23. That's almost double the Australian population. Latest figures estimate a kangaroo population of 34 million. If we could get them working, our economy would fucking boom. We either choose to sustainably harvest these kangaroo populations, or we will see kangaroos starve in their many thousands during droughts, and habitats will be overgrazed and degraded, said Professor Ewan Ritchie, a wildlife ecologist at Deakin University. It's a choice. As uncomfortable as the thought may be for many, Johnson says that in lean times, many kangaroo deaths may not be as short and sharp as one from a harvester's gun. The natural alternatives are being killed by a dingo or dying by starvation. He says there's less suffering entailed by the harvest than by either of those alternatives. So again, either way, okay, the kangaroos need to be culled for a whole host of reasons. It's not just to make football boots or coin purses out of their ball sacks. The fact that we can cull the kangaroos and then produce something from it, okay, means it's not wasteful. And that's important. We don't just have pits of kangaroo bodies that we set on fucking fire. They can be used. They can be eaten. I'm not insensitive to all sides of the issue at all. But there's a reason why this shit needs to happen. And the fact that the US is legislating against it while clearly not having all of the information or not being interested in it, it just kind of shits me. It just kind of shits me and could have a massive impact here at home. But, you know, that's not really a focus of the US government at large at the moment. You guys have got a whole bunch of shit happening in your own backyard. You don't need to clean up ours. Or Europe, for that matter. It's not just the US. Europe are doing the same thing. So, you know, anyway, that's me. That's my rant. That is it. Enough said. We don't need to revisit. We may discuss it in the dingo fence video that I will be making. And you can all learn a little something about what happens here in the merry old mythical made up land of Oz that doesn't really exist, because as we all know, the earth is fucking flat. We're all just liars and horrible. Anyway, Unfornicated asks, can I get an athletic supporter from a Roo ball sack? Probably. And will that stop a baseball? Maybe. There's only one way to find out, and you should film that and post it. Or we can conduct that experiment as part of the Caravan of Chaos, because fuck me, that'll make for some great content. Me and Mike just pitching baseballs at Dan's junk to see if kangaroo supports offer protection. Put it on the list. That is happening, along with painting a car as the flat earth and having it crushed at the end of the trip. Yeah, dogs love it. Little Lily, who you've seen here in the Debunkatorium, loves kangaroo food. It's great. Can we play tag with paintballs? This is how we get in trouble, Dan. That, you know, we sit in each other's streams till stupid o'clock and have great ideas, and then they get away from us. And, you know, in some cases, put people 10 or 15 grand in the hole. Kangaroos found in Antarctica. That'd be amazing. Right. Thank you for indulging me in that little diversion. Apologies to anybody who's upset by the thought of kangaroo culls or, you know, kangaroo joeys being killed or anything like that. Not the intent at all. But the biggest thing is there's perfectly valid, legitimate reasons that those things happen. And there's a real lack of understanding about that. Or my nuts in a hole, apparently. Yeah. That'll work. That'll work for sure. Lovely stuff. Right. We're going to wrap it up because everybody's fading. A lot of us have been doing some of this stuff for longer than a work day, which is insane. I've had a great time. I hope you've all had some fun. This is a regular thing. Hey, it's Sunday. Every Sunday, here in the Debunkatorium unless otherwise advised. In fact, tonight I will create next Sunday's thumbnail and get that shiz ready to go and schedule it in well ahead of time. You're welcome. And it'll probably be earlier because that'd be nice. I just need to talk to my lady and figure that out. So from me, your old mate DP, thank you all for hanging out. Thank you to all of you for being here. Let's run the list because there was a bunch. Thank you to CK, Icy Spin, Conspiracy Music Studios, Monkey Cat, Pat, and Foxworth Kerman for dropping super chats, a portion of which will all be going to Critical Think's fundraiser, which I'm very excited to get behind. Just a quick reminder, it's linked there at the top of the chat. If you're interested in contributing, by all means, feel free. And just by being here and hanging out with your old mate DP, you are contributing already. So thank you for that. Scoundrel at the death dropped $2 without a message. Apologies for that. Hopefully it wasn't a misclick, Scoundrel. But appreciated. That'll be helping out. All of you, yeah, take it on notice. It's been real. I love you guts. The Zoo Crew is the best community on the internet, bar none. That is just a fact. And if anyone doesn't believe me, take it up with Dan and he'll fight you. I'm a lover, not a fighter. We've already established that. So I might give you a little kiss on the hand or something with consent. I'm going to ask permission first. And hopefully that'll weird you out and avoid any kind of violence. That'd be nice. But from me here on behalf of the Derp Avengers in Unfornicated and Mike over IP or the Drunk Debunk Show, thank you all for your support and for being amazing. If it's your bedtime, I hope you have a great sleep. If it's the morning time for you, I hope you have an amazing day. If it's lunchtime, chow down. Do that shit. If it's any other time of day, then I'm very, very confused. But how I've got to figure out a better sign off because I'm just rambling and talking shit. That's what's happening right now. Just talking crap. Until next time, ladies and germs, I shall see you next time. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Be excellent to each other. And if you are hungry, if it is breakfast, lunch, dinner time, whatever, why not try a delicious penguin sandwich? Love you. Bye.
G'day, I'm DP from down in the south. Got a habit that just slips out of my mouth. Not talking about swearing or a Vegemite binge. It's much colder and the waddle's on a hinge. Penguin sandwich all day long. Flapping where it don't belong. I'm chopping up beaks and a feathery hue. Don't ask me why, it's just what I do. Try to bobby, try to snag, but they left my taste buds feeling kinda sad. Chicken and beef weren't tickling the spot. Then I saw that penguin just looking so hot. Try to bobby, try to snag, but they left my taste buds feeling kinda sad. Chicken and beef weren't tickling the spot. Then I saw that penguin just looking so hot. Penguin sandwich all day long. Flapping where it don't belong. I'm chowing on beaks and a feathery hue. Don't ask me why, it's just what I do. Try the greenies are screaming, the scientists frown, saying DP's behavior is bringing them down. But I tells them straight, with a wink and a grin, penguin sandwich is the best, where do I begin? I've tried them grilled, I've tried them fried. Penguin smoothies, you bet I've tried. With a little bit of chili to sharpen the taste, then slap it on a sandwich, that's the best. Penguin sandwich all day long. Flapping where it don't belong. I'm chowing on beaks and a feathery hue. Don't ask me why, it's just what I do. So next time you're visiting, come on down, mate. We'll have a penguin sandwich right off the plate. Just don't tell their families or the eco-polices, cause DP's penguin feast never ceases. Yeah, never ceases. Hey, think, don't eat that one. I wanna spank it.
This is a fucking phone call. God damn it.